Hello everyone, it is April from Getting Hygge With It. Today I'm here to chat with you about my 2020 reading goals and how they're going so far. Am I on track? Have I abandoned hope for these goals? Let's get into it. So I only had 5 reading goals for 2020. And I feel a lot of mixed things about them. So this is probably a really good video to do now. So the first goal, and it is my goal every single year, is read 52 books. It's my Goodreads reading goal, 52. 1 book a week. I feel like that is the best way to do it because it keeps me reading. And also, when I surpass that goal, I always feel amazing. I always feel like I've done really well. And so, yes, so 52, I've already nailed it. I'm very happy to say I have already nailed it. I have read so far, when I'm filming this, I have read 55 books. This year already, and it's only July. Oh, it's so wonderful. So I feel really happy about that. Nothing to complain about. Already reached my goal. Moving on. So my second goal, was to not single out books that I wanted to read in 2020. Now, I created this goal because in 2019, I had a huge stack of books that I was so eager to read. And I started going through those books and I found myself hating the books or DNFing the books and just having an all-around terrible time of it. And so I thought, okay, I have that is a curse for me. I can't do that or everything will go to hell. But what I ended up doing is I did totally single out books that I wanted to read in 2020. But it was books that my favorite booktubers loved. They were their favorites from 2019, and I put them on my 2020 reading list, and I will be doing this forever because I have read so many gorgeous books because of setting these books aside and prioritizing them. So things like Queenie. I loved Queenie. And then The Nickel Boys, Blue Monday. There are so many books that were actually on my favorite books so far of 2020 that I've read that were because of this list and putting this list aside and these books aside and reading them and prioritizing them. I will link the video that I did of me going through those books that I wanted to read in 2020. I'll link that in the description box below. And then I'll also link my favorite books so far of 2020 below as well because, yeah, the majority of my favorite books of 2020 have been because I have done this list and have prioritized these books. So I'm so glad that I abandoned this goal. No need for this goal. I just needed to rearrange some things. So that's very good. My third goal was to do more readathons, and I specifically said that I wanted to do 6 readathons. Now, I had assumed that I was going to do a lot of buzzwordathons because Books and Lala, Kayla, usually, well, she did those all the time in 2019, but I think she's not doing those anymore, which is totally fine, and she should do whatever she wants to do on her channel. But I have participated in a few, not as many as I probably should have. So I have participated in the Stay at Home Reading Rush, Thrillerathon, my own Quarantine-a-thon. And then when this is going up, I want to say I'm in the middle of another reading rush, or it's at the end of the reading rush, and then Kayla is doing the Readathon, which is a Canadian readathon, and I'm participating in that. So that's 5. But yeah, I'm sure that there will be another Thrillerathon coming up. So I think 6 is manageable for me. We'll see. We'll see, guys. We'll see. My fourth reading goal for 2020 was to listen to more audiobooks, and I'm so glad that I had this as a goal because one of the ways that I read so much is by listening to audiobooks. I listen to audiobooks everywhere, like while I'm getting ready in the morning, when I'm cleaning. Like, I don't have a long commute to work and I'm working from home right now, but even that commute, I'll listen to an audiobook. I'm listening to them constantly. I've even started, this is a weird thing that quarantine started for me, was I have like a coloring book app on my phone, and sometimes after Nora goes down, I'll listen to an audiobook and just color. It's like paint by number. You can't go wrong, but I will do that. So I have listened to around 20 audiobooks so far. If I've read 55 books and 20 were audiobooks, I'd say I'm doing really, really well with that. And it's really allowing me to read a lot more. So good goal, April, past April. I'm very, very pleased with that. And then my last goal was to create my own readathon. And I've already done that. I did the quarantine-a-thon, which was for the whole month of May, was it? I think it was May. And every week there would be a different prompt where, you're trying to read about people who might be affected by the coronavirus and what have you. I enjoyed it. I don't know if I'm very good at doing readathons on my own. Like, while I was doing quarantine-a-thon, there's so many other amazing readathons out there that I feel like people get really into them, like organizing them, and just have all of these ingenious ideas. And I'm just like, I'm gonna read some books. I hope you'll join me. Like, I'm not, it doesn't seem like I'm very creative. Maybe I just need to like get my thinking cap on and be more creative. Or maybe I should just hop on to other people's readathons in the future. Although right now, I just find myself slightly overwhelmed with, well, not overwhelmed. I'm busy. Like, I'm back to work. I have a baby. I have this channel. And then I also have my Patreon group that I really love chatting with them too. So the idea of like adding a whole readathon on, like, at this moment, that seems a bit daunting to me. I had talked in that video about doing Remember-a-thon in November, about essentially remembering and paying homage to all of the vets and the people who have gone to fight for our countries. I'm in Canada, so I would be reading about, war. It just sounds really heavy. Like, at the beginning of the year, I didn't know how 2020 was gonna go. I don't think anyone knew, hey, we deal with a pandemic. I don't think that was well, maybe it was in the cards. It was already happening in China at that time. In any case, that seems like a very heavy readathon. I don't think I'll be doing that, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I don't know. I did it. I did quarantine-a-thon. So, like, goal done. I don't know if I'm super hooked on it, if I'm being perfectly honest. Thank you to all of you who participated in quarantine-a-thon. Like, it really did mean a lot that people wanted to take part. Yeah, so only 5 goals. This is a very short and sweet little video. I think I've done fairly well for myself in 2020. I have literally had the best reading year of my life. I really have. I'm reading just the most amazing books. And, in some ways it's a bad thing because my shelves just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and then I'm not taking anything off of my shelves because I've been loving the books that I've been reading so much. So my unhauls are few and far between. So anyway, I hope that you guys are doing well. Let me know in the comments below if you set out any goals for yourself for this year, reading wise, and how that's going for you. I'd love to know. I hope you're doing really well with them. Oh, or just flat out abandoning them and being a better reader for it. Yeah, so in the description box below, you can check me out on Goodreads, Instagram, Patreon. My Amazon wish list is there. I hope that you guys are doing really, really well, and I will talk with you soon. Bye.